go. Hi, my name is Connie Walkershaw. We're sitting here in my place of business called Sew, which is in West Portal, San Francisco. I learned to sew with my grandmother at the age of 8. She was an amazing woman, and she taught me how to sew. She taught me how to pattern make immediately. She laid a doll on a piece of fabric and I drew around it, and then I sewed. And I sewed it together and made a dress, and it was amazing. That's how I learned.
And what was your first job in fashion?
My first job in fashion was through my stepmother, who had a business restoring vintage clothing. And I took over her business when she became pregnant. Then I moved to a different job, which was a place called Old Gold, which used to be called a department store of the past. I restored all the vintage clothing there, and I learned a lot about how things are made by looking at the inside of garments and how they were constructed. And I launched my label after a few years of working in production sewing. My job, the wage of my job kept getting lower and lower, and I decided I could do what they were doing, and so I gave it a try, and within a week I was selling to boutiques on Union Street here in San Francisco. So I decided that I wanted to open my own store and go direct to my customers, and I had my cutting table and my sewing machines in my shop so that I could do things while I was sitting there in the store. And people immediately came in and asked me to teach them how to sew. And I started teaching kids, and I was like, this is really fun, it's a great way to make money, and I'm really enjoying my time, and that's just took over my life. And they really get empowered when they make something, when they can come in here and start cutting and sewing, and they walk out with something. It's pretty amazing. Yeah.
And is there more interest in learning sewing now than when you started?
The birth of Project Runway really started people looking at making things for themselves. They watched the creative process and they were like, oh my God, that looks so fun. And I think that was part of why I was able to start a sewing class, because these kids were just looking for that. And adults too. Yeah. And like with my grandmother, I'm empowering them. I'm giving them tools to be able to create things. And then some kids start at the age of 6 and they don't leave until they go to college. So that's kind of an amazing thing to be able to hang out with these people for all those years. But I forgot the question. What did you say?
What did you find most rewarding in
That's
teaching?
rewarding. I mean, I think it's rewarding to pass the gauntlet and give people power. And I also think it's rewarding to just hang out with people and have relationships. I don't know, it's fun. Come sew, it's fun.